shot to hell. Once in my life, I buy a pair of expensive Italian shoes, and this is what happens. From now on, oil well rigging explosions solve themselves. I'm sticking to homicide.
I'm sorry, Mr. Timmons.
Here. Memorize that face, okay? Follow him. Don't let him out of your sight.
This the guy that blew up the oil well?
He's got my vote, dear.
Why'd he do it?
Well, maybe the price was right. I want you to follow him until you find the culprit. The guy who paid him!
Yes, sir.
Ow, ow.
I'm trying not to hurt you.
Oh, no, you're doing fine. You're very gentle. Thanks.
Ooh. I think it's gonna be all right.
I think I'll be able to kiss again. Who the heck was that madman, anyway?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what got into him. He must have been drinking or something. I think he thought I was somebody else.
Oh, my God, you didn't get in the cab with him.
Oh, that's for sure. I'm awfully sorry. I'm so sorry about this. You were very gallant to come to my rescue.
Yeah, a lot of good I did. You think I should report him to the cab company or call them up?
No, absolutely not. Yeah, I just want to forget it.
You're sure? All right, if you feel that way, then I'll go with it. But if you ever feel differently about it or want to find out about this guy or anything, well, you rest assured that I'm here. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now that, I think you're going to live, I've got to get going. TJ, I really appreciate everything you've done.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me give you a ride or something.
Oh, no. What?
Oh, man.
I can do it. I can stand on my own 2 feet. Victoria, when are you going to get smart? You're headed straight back into the same situation that brought you here. Same instability, the same pressures, everything that pushed you into doing cocaine in the first place. That's not going to happen again. Mason knows, and that was my worst fear. That was your worst fear, what your husband knows? Look, I don't want my husband to lose faith in me completely. Too much damage has been done already. Priorities, Victoria. I have been saying this from day one. Getting yourself straightened out is the first order of business. Getting myself straightened out isn't going to make any difference unless I have something to go back to. Yes, it is going to make a difference. You've got to do this for yourself, alone, before you can go back and be with anybody. Angie, you don't understand. I can lose my husband, and I can lose my baby, and I am not willing to take that risk. I have to go back.
He's all right. Just a little cranky. No need to concern yourself.
No need to concern myself.
No, he's home now, Julia. We can take care of him.
I'll just put him down.
Thank you, Mrs.
Come on, Sylvia.
How long are you going to keep this up?
Keep what up?
Not speaking to me unless you're issuing directives.
Wasn't aware I was doing that.
You were.
I'm sorry. But she lied to me, Julia, and you helped her. That's a little hard to take when you find out that your wife has been plotting behind your back with the help of your...
Your what? Your mistress? Your mistress? Is that what you were going to say?
Of course not.
Don't you ever call me that. Don't you ever call me that. You told me yourself that your marriage was over. Don't ignore this, Macy. Please don't ignore this. I love you. And you told me that you loved me. Did you mean any of that?
Hang on. Hey, could you hand me the bottle up there?
Me?
Yeah, you. Behind you. Help. Come on, I need
Where?
some help. The bottle on the counter there behind you, the detergent.
Right.
Great.
You're welcome.
Okay, take it easy. That's it. Look, is there something I can do for you? We're a little busy here.
I think maybe there's something that I can do for you.
Oh,
Here.
yeah. What?
See that? Why don't you try it this way? Go with the fur, okay? It helps get the pores cleaner. Here, you try.
Yeah, that's a bit. This is working better. How did you know that?
Oh, I know lots of strange and wonderful things. Here, give me a sponge and I'll show you. Oh, baby. You don't look bad. See, go with the fur. See how it's coming up out of there?
Yeah.
There we go.
not trying to ignore you, Julia. Or us. I'm sorry if I sounded harsh before, but you've got to understand the predicament that I'm in. I know I was the instigator of everything that happened between us. I'm not denying that.
You told me that you loved me.
And meant it. I also thought that Victoria was never coming back.
You wouldn't have said that to me otherwise.
No, that's not what I meant at all.
Do you remember telling me that your marriage was over?
Because I believed it. And you let me believe it. Why did you let me go on thinking that Victoria had just run away somewhere?
Wait a minute. I tried to persuade you to not make snap judgments, to wait. I didn't do anything underhanded. I kept Victoria's secret because she asked me to, and I tried to protect it the best way that I knew how.
So she trusted you and not me. That's an interesting comment on our marriage.
You're not known for your tolerance, Mason, so she confided in me.
What did she want?
I don't know. She wasn't happy. And when I went to the clinic, I overheard her saying that she thought that the marriage wasn't going to work out anymore. She implied it. And then you confirmed it. And I would just like to know why all of a sudden I'm the heavy in this when all I've ever tried to do is just figure out what everybody else is feeling before I do what I need to do.
You aren't the heavy here, Julia. I'm just fumbling around trying to figure out what's going on. I've got a lot to sort out.
I know that you have a lot to sort out. I do know that. And I do too.
And maybe we should do it separately. Before we say something we don't mean. Because we haven't thought it out.
Yeah. That's probably a good idea. I mean, it would be good if I could go someplace and think about this for myself. But I can't do that because I have the Rita Grant case to try together with you, and then after that we've got something else that we need to do together, and I would like to know how we're supposed to function when all of this is so undecided.
We do what we've always done. We put it out of our minds and do our work.
I don't know if it's going to be so easy for me this time. I forgot to give you this. These were the keys to the hotel, and we forgot to return them at the desk.
I just want you to be sure that you know what you're doing, okay, and that it's the right thing.
Well, I don't think anybody can be sure if they're doing the right thing. You can only guess. But I came into this place for more reasons than just to cure this addiction. I wanted to try to save my marriage, and I can't save my marriage if I'm in here. It's that simple.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. If you're sure of what you want, I'm sure you'll get it. But I'm still gonna miss you. Yeah.
Mel, you just got to do me one favor, okay?
Yeah, what's that?
When I walk out that door, don't tell me to break a leg.
100 years of theatrical tradition down the drain. But, hey, have it your way if you want it. You know, listen, kiddo, now, just because I'm waving goodbye with a smile doesn't mean I'm not worried, okay? I mean, I think what Miss Angie said was right, all right? Throwing yourself into this situation is going to be a real test for you. It's going to be hell to try to stay away from Coke. There are going to be pressures, arguments, disappointments. They're all going to want to make you reach out for a little powdered confidence, okay? But do not, you hear me? You do not. I want you to stay clean.
Now, look, I know what I'm risking, but I also know what my baby needs. He needs his parents, and he needs us to be together. And if I can't make that happen, it's not going to matter what drugs I'm on. Because life isn't going to be worth anything. What did I do to deserve that?
Well, first I'll throw shoes, then rice.
You should go a long way in carrying a grudge.
Honey, I wasn't throwing the shoes at you. I was throwing them at all the oil wells in America for ruining them. Sit down.
You sure the chair's not booby-trapped?
Sit. Well, to what do I owe your illustrious presence in my humble office? I thought you and Doc Holliday'd be out celebrating something or other.
Well, you can't go out celebrating every night.
You're the original party girl, Dora.
Well, I realize that parties aren't all there is to life.
Not if you live it right. Dear, you're not shouting and jumping up and down. Are you depressed?
I have had better days.
You've been thinking about what I said.
No.
Yeah, you realize pretty soon Dr. Scott is going to figure out that you're not blind. It scares you pea green, doesn't it?
That's not true.
And once he does find out, you're going to lose him. Got a lot of tension back there.
There's a lot of tension back there. It's because you put it there.
Oh, darling, I can read you like a book. You've been living in a fool's paradise with this guy.
At least the rent was cheap.
Oh, come on, admit it. I mean, you know way deep down, that is, if you have a way deep down, that when he finds out you're no longer dependent on him, he's going to show you the cleanest heels in the West, my dear.
It's not true. Scott would never walk out on me. He's as loyal as they come.
Yeah, well, he may be loyal, but he has a fatal flaw, darling. He's a do-gooder, you see? He just likes helping people. It turns him on. I mean, guys like that, when people no longer need them, they just sort of automatically turn off.
Will you stop rubbing my back? Stop it.
Honey, I'm not blind. And neither are you anymore. I'm not trying to be cruel.
Oh, no?
No. You can have Scott if you want. You can have a dozen Scotts. He'll come back to me. You're setting yourself up for a big fall. When you lose him, what are you going to have? You're going to be without a man, without a family, without a song, without...
I've got Haley. I've got Brandon.
Oh, Brandon, it takes him 2 bites to get through a grape. What are you kidding me? What kind of company is that? You see him 2 hours a week. Haley, she's still in love with that steroid case. She doesn't come by anymore. You need affection. This is not going to be enough.
You know, Keith, I always know when you're trying to con me.
Honey, I'm just trying to get through to you.
You all right?
Yeah.
Is he all right?
He's going to be fine. He just needs to take it easy for a while and stay out of fights. But no permanent damage has been done.
Oh, good. That's a relief. Thank you very much.
Glad to help. TJ medications every 4 hours only if you need it, okay?
Okay.
You let me know if there's any problems.
Thanks a lot, Doc.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, here I am, the big, strong protector, right? Get knocked out by the first punch.
You're still a champ in my eyes.
Well, thank you. Anytime I can be of service.
Whoa, you okay?
Yeah.
Oh, just
No, just a little busy still. It's all right.
Just sit down for a minute. I think you're
Ah.
a little too busy for one day. What kind of medication is
You know, I hope it's a huge pill to take away the embarrassment I'm feeling right now.
it? There's absolutely no reason for you to feel embarrassed. You know, I don't understand why men think they have to win every fight. I think that you are wonderful, and you are my hero.
Yeah, well, in that case, I'd like to get knocked out more often.
The biggest difference between me and Scott is that I never cared if you lied or not. It was sort of exciting for me. It kept me off balance. I sort of liked living in the tangled webs that you wove. But, Scott, I mean, a guy that can't stand lies basically has no imagination. Only creative people know when to lie at the right time. I mean, it's part of evolution, baby. Men lied before they could stand erect. Are you listening to me?
It's like listening to the snake in the Garden of Eden.
Well, honey, does he appreciate you the way I do? Does he like to play the games you play? Does he understand when you change the rules 5 times a day? Is he as much fun as I am?
Forget about Scott.
You are so fickle.
Who is this?
It's the guy that's connected with the oil rigging explosion. I'm complimenting you. Would you please listen?
This is very interesting.
You know, is he... You know this guy.
Oh. I thought I did, but I don't think so.
Oh. No, you know him. Your antennae went up.
Yeah, it looks like an old uncle I used to have.
Oh, don't do that. Admit it. You know this guy. You're what? Well, wait. You ran some swindle with this guy, maybe up in the Klondike, didn't you, darling?
My swindling days are over, sweetheart.
I hate it when you lie to me, so don't lie to me. I hate that.
A few minutes ago, you were telling me how much you liked
When it is about business, I hate it. Let's put this together. Wait a second. Now, well, if say, CC is connected with this explosion, and you found out about it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Ha! No, if you knew about it, you'd blackmail him, blackmail the other guy. You're protecting your interests. Maybe you even, planned this explosion. I wouldn't put that past you.
Wait a minute. That's the least. I can't even believe you believe that.
Why, yes, I believe what I have to if it gets me where I want to go.
Well, it's going to lead you right to a dead end, sweetheart, because I don't know this guy from Adam, and I don't have anything to do with that explosion. Before it or after it.
Okay, maybe not. I'm real close to tying this thing into CC, though. And this guy is the key. Once we find him, it's going to open a whole lot of doors, darling.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Well, thanks. You're pretty handy with this kind of stuff.
Well, you're welcome.
You know, a lot of the people who come in here are real inexperienced. And I'm constantly giving them instructions that they don't have time to do, but I guess you have to expect that with volunteer help. Listen, could you take him off and rinse him? Thanks. You know, what I want to know are where are the experts?
What experts?
The environmental people. You know, I've been running this show for days now, and it's not because I have any expertise. You know, I might have done something like it before, but...
Oh, where was that?
Oh, back east. But, you know, it had nothing, it wasn't anything like this. But you see, you try and get help. You try and get professional government help. And all you get is bureaucratic runaround.
You mean the NCA wouldn't send anyone out?
Oh, well, they're sending someone now. Yeah, how many days later? You know, they're sending some field specialist, Andy something or other. I'm sure he's a bald, short, fat desk jockey who's, you know, never had any experience with anything of this scale. Yeah, I'm sitting waiting for this guy to arrive, and all of a sudden I get word from his people today that I'm supposed to meet him uptown.
Uptown? Well, that's odd. How can the NCA help with a disaster like this if they don't even show up at the site?
I don't know. You tell me. Yeah, you know these expense account types. I've got to meet him at this restaurant. I'm sure he's going to buy me dinner and then tell me what a great job I'm doing. Well, the hell with that. I don't need that kind of encouragement. What I need is help. I need people like you. Don't get me started. You know, do yourself a big favor.
What's that?
Don't ever work for the government if you can help it.
Well, I'll do my best.
Look, I don't like to impose on a total stranger, but you seem to be concerned and able to function here. Can you take over here for a while? I got to go meet this guy. I got to clean up beforehand. I'll come right back. Just hang out here for a while.
Yeah,
Okay?
all right. Look, I'll do what I can here, but I can't stay too long in the site.
Every minute helps. I really. Look, thanks a lot. I'll come back as soon as I can. I hope I see you again.
Maybe I will. Who knows?
Hello, Julia.
Oh, no. Good to see you.
You're looking good. How are you?
Okay. I need to talk to Victoria.
Yeah, I figured.
Do you know where she is? It's kind of important that I find her.
Well, I'm afraid you're about an hour too late.
Why?
She's gone.
Where'd she go?
Now, go easy. Don't worry. She didn't escape. She went back home to her husband.
When?
This afternoon.
Are you sure?
Positive, yeah. I helped her pack myself.
It's very hard to explain to somebody who hasn't used cocaine how you can become addicted to it, but it's insidious, you know. You try a little, and then you want some more. You think you can handle it, and then you find that you are handling it, but one day you wake up and you can't.
Why would you want to handle it in the first place? It's like playing with fire. Who doesn't know that in this day and age?
I'm not good with pressure, Mason. I never was. I was making the movie. I was worried sick about what was going on between you and Julia. I had the baby. I was trying to live up to the Capwell name. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to turn to.
Why didn't you turn to me?
Because I was afraid. We were having a lot of trouble, and I knew how opposed you were to my doing the movie, and I thought you would just say, I told you so.
The other day at the clinic, you asked if I would have listened to anything you said, if I would have cared. Is that really how you felt?
I shouldn't have said that, Mason. I was angry.
I'd hate to think I'm as unfeeling as you made it sound.
No, you were busy, and I was afraid of losing you. So when I realized that I was out of control, I checked myself into this clinic. I thought I'd stay there for a couple of weeks. I would get cured. I'd come home, and nobody would even know.
I thought you'd left me, but you didn't care anymore.
Oh, Mason, I still care about you. I care about you very much.
When I talked to Julia, she said that you'd given up on the marriage.
I don't know why she would say that. I love you. One of the reasons I was at the clinic was for us. I want us to stay together and raise the baby. I know you need some time to think. We have rushed into a lot of decisions in the past, and I don't think we should rush into deciding this. So, I'm going to go out for a little while.
Where?
Oh, I don't know, just for a walk. I'll be back later.
Should you go out alone?
Mason, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to run away from my problems anymore. And you really should start to trust me sometime. Why don't you start now?
I'm looking for Cece. Is your husband home?
No, he's not. How many times a day do you have to see him now?
As many times as it takes to get to the bottom of this sabotage. As an added incentive, tell him that Betty Lou need a new pair of shoes.
I don't know what that means.
And you don't have to know what it means. Just tell him I want to see him. Oh, and why don't you tell him that I have some hard evidence that connects him with the explosion? Why don't you do that?
What evidence?
I'm not going to tell you. I'll give him the details. But tell him as soon as I connect him with this, I'm going to have him in a prison workshop making me a new pair of shoes. Oh, and, would you like me to write this down? Or can you remember it all by yourself?
I'd like you to get out of here.
Well, something to remember me by.
Hi, Rita.
Hi. You're a little early. The judge isn't here yet.
Well, I'm glad in a way. I'm really getting nervous about this.
There's no need to be.
Oh, I don't know. It's terrible knowing your life is in somebody else's hands.
Well, that's what I'm here for. To protect your best interests and make sure that you retain control. Now, I'm going to be by your side the whole time. And we're going to win.
You know, I am so glad to have you. You seem to understand why I have to keep this baby.
I do understand, Rita. But you have to understand that it's not going to be easy from the other side. They are going to insist that two parents are better than one. And I'm going to counter by saying that you already have a unique relationship with your baby that you've established during the pregnancy. And my job is to convince the judge of that.
Can also tell her if I'm lucky someday, maybe I'll meet somebody who'll love me and help me raise this baby. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah. That would be the best of all possible worlds.
Hello?
You must be Mason Capwell.
Must I? Who are you?
My name is Angie Dalton from the clinic. I'm looking for Victoria.
I'm afraid she's not here.
You are her husband.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen her at all? When she left the clinic this afternoon, she said she was coming right home.
She was home. She's out for a walk at the moment. Would I come in and wait for her?
I'd like to come in and talk to you if you don't mind. Victoria knows that I've been wanting to meet with you.
Fine. Come on in.
I don't know what explanation she gave you for coming home before her treatment was finished. I tried very hard to talk her out of it. But she insisted that she had her reasons, so I thought I would come and see what those reasons were. I don't usually do this sort of thing, in case you're wondering.
Why the exception?
Because I like her. And because what she said seemed so sad. She said she had to get back to you in order to save her marriage and keep her child.
I find it a little hard to believe that you people treat patients without consulting their families.
That's not true. We people don't do that. I can't tell you how many times I asked Victoria to bring you into the process, but she seemed scared to talk to you. And whenever she was up against a problem, it was as if she had to solve it quickly so that you wouldn't find out about it.
It may have been the way she felt. It certainly wasn't true.
How she feels it has to be treated, Mr. Capwell. Right now, the way she sees the facts is far more important than the facts themselves.
I'm afraid I find that rather hard to deal with.
Well, she put herself through hell to keep you from finding out about her addiction. And she left the clinic before she was ready to come back and be with a person that she could barely be honest with in the first place.
Maybe she'd made more progress than you realize. Is that possible?
That's pretty unlikely in the length of time that she's been with us. Did you have a chance to talk with her in depth?
We've talked a little bit. I didn't want to push her.
She may not be capable of telling you the whole truth yet. She hasn't learned to be as honest as she needs to be. She still wants a lot of approval, mainly from you. That's very important, Mr. Capwell.
Surely you don't expect me to approve of the habit.
I'd like to think that you approve of her efforts to kick the habit.
It seems to me that you presume a great deal for someone who's only heard half the story.
Well, I am anxious to hear the whole story. I want to help you, to help Victoria deal with her addiction.
She says she's over it, that she's got it under control.
Everybody feels that way at the beginning. Victoria has a lot of work to do before she can control anything.
Your method isn't the only one that works. Is that right?
No, that's not what I'm claiming.
Well, then maybe she can beat it herself. Or maybe she can do it on an outpatient basis. I find it hard to believe that her addiction is as serious as you make out.
No, I can see that. From the outside, it's pretty hard to understand. Look, I didn't come here to attack anybody. All I really wanted was to ask you to reach out to her. Whatever happens, Victoria is going to need you more than ever. And however you feel about her being addicted, please, just try to be here for her and listen to her. And good luck to both of you.
This is unbelievable. To hell with it. Somebody can't be on time. Too bad. Oh, hi.
Hi.
I didn't expect to see you here.
Well, actually, I've been here for quite a while.
Oh, I didn't notice you. I've been sitting over here steaming. I've been stood up. That guy from the NTA didn't show up. Can you believe it?
What a shame.
Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me. You can't depend on anyone. Oh, I'm glad to see you, though. Would you like to sit down? Can I buy you a drink or anything?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
That'd be very
great.
nice of you.
You know, this is a little embarrassing, but even after working all day with you, I don't think I got your name. Mine's King.
I'm sorry. Mine's Andrea. Here,
Andrea.
let me give you a card. That'll make it easier to remember.
Andrea Bedford. Field Specialist, National Conservation Agency. This you?
This is me.
So you're the,
Yeah. I'm the short, bald guy you've been expecting? The desk jockey with the expense account? Hey, look on the bright side. You haven't been stood up after all, have you? The judge isn't here yet.
Huh. Mrs. Grant?
Mr. Capwell?
Julia, do you think it'd be all right if we had a moment alone before the judge gets here?
Would you excuse us just for a minute, Rita, and I'll, you step outside, I'll come get you when she
Sure,
comes in.
sure. I'll just wait out.
Thank you.
You might as well know that I went to see Victoria.
She left the clinic. I know all about it.
Have you seen her?
Yeah, she went home. We talked.
What did she say?
She explained her problem and explained why she hadn't told me, why she checked into the clinic.
So am I absolved?
I understand a little better now.
Did she talk about her feelings?
She said she still loved me and that she wanted to keep the marriage together.
She said that.
She said she never had any intention other than to get well and come home to me and Chip.
What did you say?
What could I say? She's standing there telling me that she wound up in a clinic because of me. Because I wouldn't listen, or because I couldn't understand. What could I do? She's on very delicate ground.
A lot of us are right now.
And then after she went out for a walk, a therapist from her clinic came to talk to me.
Miss Wainwright, Mr. Capwell, sorry I've kept you waiting. Shall we get on with this? Are you both ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is your client here?
She's waiting outside. I'll go get her.
Talk to me? Oh, sweetheart, Mommy missed you so much. I did. I did. And you know what? I am never, ever going to leave you again. Yeah, here. Your daddy and I are going to stay with you forever. Always.
Miss Grant, in cases such as this, I always make an effort to see if the matter can be settled before going to full trial. Therefore, this is not a hearing, just an informal meeting to explore the possibilities.
I understand, Your Honor.
Is it your intention to unconditionally breach your contract with Mr. Capwell's clients?
I understood the conditions of the contract when I originally signed it, Your Honor, but after carrying this baby all these months and feeling it inside me, my feelings have changed. So, yes, I'm asking to be released from the contract.
I see you were paid $10,000 for entering into this agreement. Are you prepared to return the money?
Your Honor, I wish I could, but I spent it almost as soon as I got it on bills, and I know that it must seem to you as though I can't seem to make up my mind and stick to it, but if you've ever been pregnant, you would know that you start to feel a love for your baby just like nothing else in the world, and I may not have a chance to raise a child again. I just can't give it up.
Mr. Capwell, what is your client's position now in view of Miss Grant's change of heart?
Your Honor, we feel that every child should have the benefit or say rather, the right to be raised by two parents. As a single mother, Ms. Grant simply can't provide the kind of care that my clients can. And as much as she may love her unborn child, so does the natural father who entered into this contract in good faith with her. We understand and we sympathize with her maternal feelings, but there are other feelings to be considered in this case.
So you just let me put the whole size 10.5 in there. And, I made a complete fool of myself, and you let it happen. I appreciate it.
Look, I'm sorry, okay? But after that tirade against bureaucrats this afternoon, I couldn't find a way to introduce myself gracefully as one of the enemy.
Well, I probably came on a little strong, but you have to admit I have a point. I mean, every time the government intervenes to try and help, they only make the situation worse.
You know, people might be less disappointed with government agencies if they didn't expect perfection from us all the time. I mean, we're human. We make mistakes.
I'm a little frustrated, I guess. But I've been at this cleanup. Look, we have the volunteers. We have the organization. We have the willingness to finish.
And we have the resources to make all of that possible. So don't give up on us, Kane. You may think of us as a hindrance now, but later on, you're going to be glad you accepted our help, especially when it comes time to pay the bills. Look, I apologize for not being on the scene earlier. You know, we tried, but we do have an entire country to cover. We only have Santa Barbara to worry about.
I realize that.
And don't be so sure that you could do this without us. The truth is you couldn't. Not without seriously jeopardizing the chances for the shoreline's recovery.
Earlier I was wondering how you could be such an expert, and I thought, well, maybe it's just instinct, but
Well,
no,
yeah, I started out that way, actually. I was in your same situation just a few years ago. I was a volunteer trying my best to help. I found a way to be more effective, that's all.
Yeah.
So listen, can we work together on this? Maybe even approach it as partners?
Why not?
Why not?
Partner?
Gina, what do you want? I'm here on official business from the DA's office.
What are you doing, peddling stolen law books for Keith?
I didn't come to fight with you, Sophia. I came to show you a picture. This man is a known saboteur. I'm passing his picture around the neighborhood, so everyone will be looking for him.
Well, fine, Gina. Thank you very much. We'll be on the outlook. Now you can leave.
No, not so fast.
What do you want now?
I guess once that old acting bug bites you, it's hard to shake it. You can stop faking it, Sophia. I know you know him.
I don't know him.
I heard the two of you talking in the gazebo. I heard all about your plans. And now I know that the police are looking for him. So I'd say I know quite a lot, wouldn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Fine, I guess I just have to go to CC, or maybe Keith would be interested in this.
Gina, I just assume that you do know what you're talking about. You wouldn't be trying to cash in on this, would you?
No. I don't want much. I just want my son back.
I don't believe you that you are still bartering with that little boy's life.
I'm not bartering with him. I'm bartering for him. I want him back, and I'm not going to stop until I get him.
Crazy. Cece will never give him to you. Never. You're lucky to see him as much as you do.
Lucky? I think it's hardly lucky. I think it's criminal. And I know Cece won't do anything for me. But he will for you. That's why you're going to be handling the negotiations this time.
What makes you think I'll do anything?
Because you'll do anything to save your skin, Sophia. And if you don't, I'll tell Cece everything I know about this, which we've already established is quite a lot. Any arguments? I didn't think so.
Well, it doesn't look as if we're going to reach a pretrial agreement. So if I don't hear from you within a week, I'll calendar it and have the clerk notify all parties. Good night.
Night, Your Honor.
Good night, Your Honor.
Well, that was frustrating.
Well, a lot of things are now, huh?
Julie, I know how you feel. I hope you don't I hope you don't expect me to make a quick decision about this.
I thought you had done that days ago.
You've seen Victoria. You've seen how vulnerable she is. I can't let her down. Not just yet.
It must be flattering to be needed on so many fronts.
I can't desert her, Julia, not now.
Okay. I gotta go.
No, Julia, wait. I'm not finished. I can't do this to them, but I can't lose you either. Can you understand that? I can't face either alternative. So help me.
I want to help you, but I don't know how. If I make a decision for you, will that help you? If I tell you to do as you please, will that help you? If I tell you that whether you stay with Victoria or leave her, I'll still be there because I can't be. Mason, I can't be.
Can't you be patient? Give me a little more time until she's stronger?
I'm afraid that you want it both ways. I'm afraid, and I can't. Well, it just doesn't work out like that. It just doesn't work out like that.
Productions the game on a different world, and it's monkey business on Cheers when Cliff proves Norm can be replaced by an ape. Then on Night Court, Dan's in an explosive mood when he finds himself handcuffed to a time bomb. And on L.A. Law, Kelsey and Markowitz are having prenuptial jitters as their wedding date draws closer.
Hello, this is Michael Tucker, Stuart Markowitz of L.A. Law. Make a practice of watching L.A. Law tonight on NBC.